Alright, dropping. So a couple of weeks ago, I put out a video on how to design and build a mountain bike kicker ramp, which is what you see right here. So there's the finished product, there it is right there. So if you want to know how to go and build kicker ramp, go and watch that video. I'll put a link in the description. So this video is going to be a follow-up to that, which is how to design the landing, which is what you see right here. There's a better shot of it there. So I've put together what I'm calling the kicker calculator. It's an Excel spreadsheet which just has a bunch of tabs, and it allows you to create your own landing and the kicker ramp as well. So just a bit of a refresher on the kicker. So it's got a couple tabs. First one here, you just enter in your main dimensions, which is the takeoff angle. So that 40 degrees there, that's your takeoff 40 degrees there, and then you enter in the height of the ramp. Once you've done that, so let's just say, for example, I wanted a 0.5 meter high ramp. You can come over to the next tab and it'll allow you to measure out all your dimensions so you can cut it and make your life a lot easier. Again, if you want to take a look, go and watch the other video. So this is the follow-up, which is the landing. So come over here to the landing tab. And again, it's really similar to the kicker tab. You just need to enter in the dimensions of your ramp. So the first input here is the height of the ramp. So I'm saying a 400 mil high ramp, which is from this location here up to the top of the ramp, so coming across to here. So that's 400 mil. The next input is the length of the ramp. So I've got it at 1.5 meters, 1500 mil. So that would be from there all the way to there. The depth of the board. So I was using a 190 mil board. So that's that measurement there, 190. What I'm calling the case pad there. So I've got a 100 mil case pad. So that's that area there. So if you come up a little bit short, hopefully you don't do too much damage. And then this final one here, which I'm calling measurement A, which is just the additional length you need. So I'll say right there to make the transition onto the landing, or off the landing in this case. So in total, I'm saying it's a 400 mil high, but it's really 400 plus 30 plus the height of your deck. So I was using a 22 millimeter high plank for the decking. And something else I forgot to mention, when you come down here to the deck part, there are a couple other dimensions you need to input, which actually come into play with some of the calculations up here, so don't forget to input them before you actually start cutting things. So the first one is just to, this part is really trying to help you decide how many pieces of decking you'll need to buy to actually get it to work. And so this first one, so I'm using a 90 mil, I was using 90 mil wide decking, and I was going to have a 22 mil spacing because I was just going to use one of the deckings to space them out. So that's how I came to 112 mil. I was going to make it 800 mil wide, the landing. And so that's the height of the plank as well. So that's the 22 mil height. And then it's just the length of timber decking that you're buying. So I was buying 4.8 meters. And so it told me I needed to buy 3 pieces of decking. So that's it. So again, the final product, that's what it looks like. It's a pretty easy thing to do. If anyone wants this, I'm going to try and put a link to a Dropbox in the description below. So if you actually want this spreadsheet to be able to calculate the landings and kickers, feel free to go to the Dropbox link and grab it. So that's it for the demonstration. I think I'll go over to the time lapse now and just run you through how I built it. Alright, so that's me and my old man there. So right there, we're just cutting out the main landing section. And as you can see, if you're only going to be using like a handheld circular saw, you're probably going to need 2 people to get the job done unless you're really clued with this sort of stuff. It might just be too hard otherwise if you're just by yourself. So you can see me right there screwing in the support piece to the main landing piece. And I'm using that internal bracing piece there, which is not on the calculator because it really doesn't need to be exact, that piece. It's just got to be big enough that you can get enough screws in there to provide enough structural support for it all. And so right now I'm figuring out that the brace piece that I was going to be using right there is too big. That 190 is too high to get underneath the landing. So I actually needed to cut out little wedges on either side to get it underneath. So I'm just standing on it there to try and square things up as much as possible. Wasn't too exact. This last piece here is really important for squaring everything up. So if your workmanship is a little bit crummy, this can really help just to make things nice and square. So I'm just standing on it there as my old man and my sister's husband do the screw-ins. There you go, checking the dimensions there. Square. And so for putting on this top decking here, I actually didn't think I'd need to do any guesswork because I pretty much did the dimensions exactly, so I would need 14 planks. But at the end it was easier just to kind of eyeball this. The steepness of my landing meant that nothing was moving, so I could kind of just get everything into place as needed and then just screw them in slowly. So I'm guessing there's easier ways of doing this, but I was just getting each one into place and pressing down on it, and we were just putting in one temporary screw just to make sure we were happy with it all, and then going around and putting in the second screw. So in total there were 4 screws in each of the planks. So just going and putting in the final screws now. So it was a pretty easy build. It was a lot easier than doing the kicker itself because you didn't have to worry about the radius, and all the cuts were nice and easy to make, so nothing too technical. So there's a final product. From start to finish it was about 3 hours, and there's not too much to it. So if you can build the kicker, you can definitely build the landing, no problems. So just moving around, so that's what it looks like from the back side. Here's from the front side. And there's the final product. So that's a bit of a sneak preview onto the next video I'm going to be doing, which is actually going out and testing them both out. So that's it. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.